I'm about to quit watching UFC as we see here Khamzat Chimaev absolutely manhandling Dricus du Plessis here, and this is round number 4. We saw 5 rounds of this. 5 rounds of Khamzat Chimaev absolutely manhandling Dricus du Plessis in the most boring way ever. Kill everybody, nope, hug everybody. Yep. Yeah, this is round number 2. Round number 2 of just complete freaking boredom. This was yeah, boredom 100%. Why do people hate grappling while being MMA fans? Well, because some MMA fans like violence, and this is exactly what we didn't get this fight. This was one of the most boring main events of the year. It really was. I stayed up all night. I finished a shift. I finished a shift at work, right? And I was like, okay, tonight is gonna be UFC Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. It's gonna be a great freaking main event, hopefully very, very entertaining, and that's exactly what we didn't get. There was a lot of fights leading up to the main event that were super entertaining. You know, Carlos Parates, of course, Leron Murphy getting a KO. Some really, really good, interesting performances there. Was expecting so much from the main event. You guys have no freaking idea. I thought that it was gonna be a much more competitive fight. Obviously, it wasn't. We saw Khamzat Chimaev, you know, pretty much manhandle Dricus du Plessis for 25 minutes. Kudos to him. Was it the most entertaining fight out there? Absolutely freaking not. It's not. Unless you're like a super big fan of grappling, you probably thought this fight sucked. And it did. From an entertaining aspect, it was ass. 100% ass. Cheeks down to the toilet. Buns. Like, there's no other way to explain this main event. It was so underwhelming. It was so freaking uneventful. I just don't know what else to say about it. In my honest opinion, did Khamzat Chimaev do exactly what he needed to do to win? 100%, without a doubt. He went out there and did his job. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. It just sucked. The fight was boring. It was lame as hell. Everybody out there that freaking stayed up late as hell at night to watch this as the main event, to be entertained for 25 minutes, is severely disappointed. And they have a point. You know, grappling can be good. It can be good if it's transitioning to something else, like a ground and pound. Like, there was no significant shots that landed for like the first 2 rounds. None. No significant shots landed in the first 2 rounds. That should say enough about this fight. People were screaming, like they were going crazy when Khamzat Chimaev was landing those little baby elbows. That should tell you enough about this fight. This fight was not good, not entertaining, pretty disappointed, honestly. Like, grappling's okay. I think it's okay to watch, but the reason why the grappling was so ass between Khamzat and Dricus from an entertaining aspect is because Khamzat wasn't looking to advance any position whatsoever, which kudos to him. It was the smart thing to do because he's trying to win a championship, you know? But it kind of just sucks to see, especially, you know, since Khamzat Chimaev says that, oh, he's going to go out and kill him, you know, he's going to go out and destroy him, when he's just laying on top of the guy, you know, for like 25 freaking minutes, not looking to advance any position or at least try to finish the fight. So without a doubt, from an entertaining aspect, it just sucks to watch. And for people saying like, why do people hate grappling while being MMA fans? It kind of just depends on perspective. Like, obviously, if you're a huge freaking Khamzat Chimaev fan, you don't mind seeing Khamzat Chimaev do this for 25 freaking minutes for 5 rounds. Obviously, you're gonna have a super biased take about this, which is fine. It's 100% fine. But honestly, a lot of people out there that are overall MMA fans, that they're not like die-hard fans of one particular fighter, they just want to be entertained, you know, and they have a fair take on this as well. People don't want to see grappling like this that has no purpose on it, right? All you're trying to do is lay on a guy for 5 minutes and just win the round, not even looking to try to finish the fight. That's what people don't want to see. Last week, we saw Fluffy Hernandez have great grappling, trying to finish the fight, trying to actually inflict damage on his opponent. People love to see that sort of grappling. The grappling that we saw last night, compared to what we saw last week, was ass. It was straight freaking cheeks, buns. It was not entertaining at all. And anybody out there saying, you know, that, oh, why are you an MMA fan if you don't like grappling? They're just freaking Twinkies. It's the truth. At the end of the day, it was a great performance by Khamzat Chimaev, without a doubt. 25 minutes, you know, just like holding on to your opponent, like not letting him like fight you. It's great. You know, that's a very impressive thing to do. Like he grappled and wrestled very, very well. He grappled and wrestled very, very well in this fight matchup, MMA bout. In this MMA bout, Khamzat Chimaev grappled and wrestled very, very effectively. If you are a fan of grappling and wrestling, you're obviously going to think that this was a masterclass, which it was. You know, if you are a fan of like entertainment and combat sports, like actual, you know, the combat aspect, probably not going to be a huge fan of this. Probably not going to be a huge fan of the Du Plessis versus Chimaev matchup that we saw last night.